How long we going, man?
We're going for a good hour or so, man.
No, no good hour show. 9 o'clock.
Man, we can't rush it, man.
We gonna rush this. Yes, we is.
We probably get an hour and a half.
We going 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock.
What time
I'm
is
leaving
it
out
now?
here. It's 8:15.
Come on, man.
Yeah, ain't no come on, man.
You want to do it tomorrow?
No, ain't no doing it tomorrow.
Because we going to go over an hour. I'm going to be asking you personal
Man,
stuff for an hour.
that stuff ain't gonna take long for me to answer, man.
Man.
That crap you talking, that personal stuff, man. Come on, man. Let's roll.
Okay, man. Thank y'all. Here we are again, man. I thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the Coach's Corner. We have today one of the legends from my hood, White Lock City, and all over Baltimore City, Coach Rodell Bailey
L.
Okay, let me give you a brief introduction because this is gonna be one of them interviews right here. This is gonna be one of them ones, man. So, my first time seeing Coach Rody, he was grabbing his nuts, man. Telling somebody, man, suck his nuts, man. So, hey, that was my introduction to the man, I was 7 years old. He wasn't quite the man that we see today. And I'm sorry, Miss Bailey L. And I'm sorry to the young Mrs. Bailey L. But, I love this guy, and we're going to talk today, man.
Yes, we're going to talk.
So, I thank you for being here, Rody. I've been trying to get you to get with us for a minute now, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited and nervous and happy, and I'm like 10 different words all together, man. But I appreciate you for coming today. I want to go over some of the life and time of, Coach Rody and some of his coaching journey. But, you know how we do here on the Coach's Corner, man. We like to go back to the beginning, man. So, again, let's go into where I met Coach Rody. Like I said, I didn't meet him at this time, but I was a young guy in the rec. And Coach was, living a fast life at the time. Mm-hmm. With some things going on. Can you take us through that session that day that was going on, Coach? Like I said, we was in the rec. Coach was actually speaking to another one of the rec leaders and something that was going on. So we're going to let you explain that situation, Coach.
So I'm like the situation where, curse somebody out or?
Yes, sir.
All right. So back at that time, I was caught up in the streets. And we used the rec at that time as a place to get out drugs and stuff. So that was a meeting area. So we get out drugs and we go back up to the corner, right? So I guess somebody messed the package up or something like that. And that's where that outburst, what George was talking about, came out. Filled with anger, mother died when I was 18 years old. Dropped out of school. My hero, which is my brother, got life plus 40 years. So now it's like I'm living under a person who protected me all my life. Now I'm out here by myself. So I became the worst of the worst of the worst. You see that? So that was sort of like that episode of my life right there.
Yes, sir, Coach. So at this time, when I seen Coach, this was the time in early 90s, late 80s possibly. I was a young man. I was probably like 6, 7 years old in the rec. Mm-hmm. And from this encounter, I always looked at Coach, at least at this point up into my life, young man, little kid, like Nino Brown, right? He was the Nino Brown to me of our neighborhood, right? The guy that had a couple dollars, the guy that demanded respect. And, like I said, at that point, I didn't know exactly how to gauge him, right? He was like a menace to me, right? Now let's fast forward maybe 4 or 5 years later. Mm-hmm. I come in the rec, and one of my senseis, Mr. Harrison, said, "This is going to be your coach right here." So I was terrified, right? Because I didn't understand, at the time that Coach was going through a process, that he was growing. I just seen him at one point, right? So we're going to pause that right there. We're going to go back, right? Because like I said, we're going through a process. So let's go through your time coming up. I know where you're from. the West Baltimore White Lock community. What was it like growing up in that community, Coach?
Wonderful, man. So I went to private school, right? So it was wonderful. Had basketball courts, community. It was a great community, right? It was all this togetherness, right? And I mean, I just fell in love with that community. Still there, 60 years later. Only community that I know. You know how most people move here and there? Nope. I've been Reservoir Hill, White Lock Street, 60 years straight. Unless I went to prison or something like that. So that's the only community I know. Beautiful, wonderful community. Didn't have no need to leave to go nowhere. Anything I needed, barbershop, market, whatever, was right there in that community. And I was blessed to be married to a wonderful wife, Sister Lakia Baliel, 24 years, and my daughter, Janae Baliel, 27, all raised in that one community, Reservoir Hill. Yes.
Yes, sir. So let's take us through your first time being on the court, Coach. When did you remember first stepping on the court? You know, we got a lot of courts in our community, but when did you first fall in love with the game?
So my mother made my brother named Plooch, right? So my mother made him babysit me, right? And he had to go to practice. So prior to coming down Johnny Howard, we played in the alley, right? So this particular day, I had to go down the rec with him, right? And of course, he whipped my ass because I was getting in his way. So as I'm in that gym, man, and watching them, I'm on the other end because the ball came over. So I'm on this end. And man, dribbling the ball, doing what he taught me in the alley, in the rec. And Charlie Harrison met me and said, "Who is that?" They said, "That's Pruce's little brother." I said, "Pruce, I didn't know you had no little brother." "Yeah, man, that's my little brother," right? And that's the day I fell in love with basketball on a higher level. So that it was that day right there. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so about what age was this?
Probably about at least 9.
9.
Yes.
Okay. So of course, if Mr. Harrison seen you at 9, I know you
Yes.
was on that next 10 and under.
No, I wasn't on that next 10 and under because we didn't have 10 and under there.
Okay.
We had 13 and under, right? So Charlie Harrison worked with me, and when I became 11, that's when I played 13 and under.
Okay.
So yes.
So you had 2 years of training.
2 years. So and when you ask Mr. Harrison, he'll tell you I'm one of the best number 2 guards to come out John Nigga. Number 1, the
man.
best.
We ain't get to that yet.
Yeah,
man.
but we
Chill
gonna
out,
get
man.
to it.
Chill out.
We gonna get to it.
Out.
Bust Glenn Stanley all
we ain't
ass.
get to that yet, man.
Yeah.
Chill out.
All right,
Hold up.
Calm down.
Hold up.
Glenn ain't beat me until I became an adult.
Hold up, man.
All right,
Hold up, man. Hold up.
I'm gonna hold up.
All right,
Yes,
cool. 13, right? I done
Yeah.
trained. I came out the alley. Ploogie put the work in with me, right? So now when 13, when I start with the rec with Mr. Harrison, tell me how does that go?
Oh man, phenomenal. Had a guy named World, Keith Marlboro, John Smith, Rabbithead. Man, we had a strong basketball team, right? And what I love about it is back then, it wasn't about like how basketball is now, right? So back then, you know, we pretty much walked to our games. You lose, right? You win, right? And it wasn't so much as Mr. Charlie Harrison taught us the art of basketball. Basketball is an art, right? So like I say, anybody can teach you how to dribble and shoot, but can't nobody teach you how to have that heart. He taught us that Doug mentality. You see that? Wherever you go, right? Wherever you go, if you play like I teach you, you're gonna be on a starting 5 team anyway. So that's where all that came from right there.
Okay. And that was 13.
13 under. So I played 13 under, 15 under, 18 under, and then after 18 and under, that's when I got incarcerated. Right
Okay.
there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the 18 under. So I know that you went to St. Francis. Right?
Yes.
So this had to be around 14, right? 14,
So I went to St. Francis. So we played middle school ball. Our rivalry in middle school was Bentlow, St. Edwards. Well, we went with 2 St. Edwards, but St. Edwards also had their own basketball team, Pierre and all them guys like that.
Okay.
So And then once we went to high school, we didn't have like how they playing now, Mount St. Joe and stuff like that. We didn't have that back then when we went. And one of the saddest memories of my basketball career and my brother basketball career at St. Francis is that they didn't have that. So the scores, the points that we made, my brother was the first athlete from St. Francis that got a basketball scholarship, right? Dundalk High School, Dundalk Community College, right? So, and I'm right under him. So, what we did in St. Francis is not recorded.
Okay.
You know, and we had to play Calvert Hall to get into the league that the St. Francis is in now. We had to play Calvert Hall when they had Pop Tubman, Dwayne Farrell and them, right? And it was an exhibition game that Coach Wells set up, right? And we did so well in that's how they're in that league now. But as remember, we're in the end of our schooling. So then you have guys like Michael Chase, then your Mark Kosh and Fonzo and all them. Those are the guys that is really getting the glory for St. Francis. But we are the pioneers of St. Francis, if you was to ask Coach Wells.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that first season coming on to the St. Francis, coming from, where we from is a little different. That's a polished situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was the mindset for you, coming from, where we come from? I just would like to hear it just personally.
Mindset was Coach Wells was a teacher.
Okay.
So I found out who the coach was. They said Coach Wells. So I purposely went up to him while the class was going on. Remember, I'm in the 9th grade, so I'm not in this class. I just walked in this class. So I said, whoever your number 2 guard is, I'm going to take that spot. So he turned around and said, who is you? I said, I'm Rodell. Right? So
Hold up. You telling me you disrupted the class.
I disrupted the class.
And told the coach this.
I'm taking whoever your number 2 is, I'm going to take that spot. Right? So because of that arrogance, when we had the basketball trial, of course, I sat on the bench for a minute.
Okay.
So whoever that other person was that wasn't doing it the right way, then he said, hey, you, come on, sub, go sit down. Told the other guy, go sit down. Boy, when I got in there, I did what I said. I wore him out. And then Coach Wells then put me with the starting 5, which was my brother. So I wanted to be with my brother. Okay. Yeah, so I backed my talk up. Right, Coach Wells? I backed it up.
Okay.
Yeah. And Coach Wells is going to see this video, so whenever you see Coach Wells and he see it, he going to say, it's 2 guys that came out of West Baltimore, Ralph and Rodell. And he'll say that. So I'm just giving you.
Okay. So that was the 9th grade. So you did
9th grade.
So at a few games you did wind up winning over the starting position.
So, yes, that was the easy win.
Okay.
Yeah, that was easy work.
And then we talking about JV or varsity?
So we just had one team.
Okay.
Right? So we just had one team. So it wasn't like we had 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. We just had one team. So 9th grade, I'm playing with.
But this was like varsity.
This was like varsity,
okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm playing with 12th graders, 11th graders, and the 9th grade.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how did the success of the team go that year?
Well, we did pretty good, but again, you can't record it.
Okay.
So it's not recorded.
So you can't win a championship or something.
So we never won a championship, but the work because we were playing more like teams way older than us. He just put us in leagues, right? So we used to play with Loyola College, and we playing against guys, man, like 6'8", all this stuff like that. But it was a good experience to play basketball.
So if you couldn't be the city champions or the state champions, what was the law of going there? What was the reason that you wanted to go to St. Francis?
Oh, academics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your prime.
Academics, yeah.
Okay.
Basketball was like, for us, basketball was maybe somewhere like maybe 7 notches down. Academics.
So Nino Brown was really Carlton Banks.
Oh, yes, sir. Academics, man.
Smart. Really Carlton Banks.
Smart, yes.
Okay. We learning.
Yeah, we learning. Smart, man.
We learning, kids.
So we was in private school all our life.
Okay.
So, like, to us, excellence was my mother's high priority.
Right.
Not no basketball. No, excellence. Reading, writing, math. Our mother trained us to be vicious academically. Not no sports. So it was 25 of us in one house.
Damn.
You get it? So 25 of us in one house. So my mother had 8 children, plus her and my father. That's 10. Then my aunt had 12 children, plus her and her husband. You follow it? So this is all in one house. So I see it now.
Look, that was on White Lock?
That was White Lock, yes, sir.
That house
Yes,
right
sir.
there?
The house right there, yes.
Damn. 25 people got in there at one point?
Yes, and now on any given day, right, on the weekend, it might be 40 or 50 because my other aunt, she had like 8, 10 on Brookfield. So on the weekends, we were all come together. So it wasn't no peer pressure ever a thing. You get it? It wasn't no peer pressure. So our mother made us walk to school. We got in 3 fights.
Y'all walked to St. Francis?
We got in a fight on Bloom Street one time. Then when we went middle school, we got one fight on Lafayette Street, right? And then over St. Francis, we got in a fight one time. Because when you go to Catholic school, people think you're a punk. Oh, we from White Lock Street. We just go to private school. So we got 3 fights. That's it. After them 3 fights, don't mess with them boys in the blue and white shirts. They ain't to be played with.
Bellies.
Yeah, they ain't to be played with. Yeah, so they ain't to be played with.
Okay. So some of us have it, Coach. Some of us don't. We're gonna get back to some of the other talk. But if you would, who would you say is your sensei? You know, that coach that.
Ooh, my brother.
Okay.
Ralph Bailey. That's my first one right there. Man, I should see my brother do some stuff, man. And because I'm under him, right, so I had to be tough. So then from him, I met Charlie Harrison. Then from Charlie Harrison, well, really, it's my brother and Marty Johnson. Those two, right there, right? From them two, I met Mr. Charlie Robinson and then Charlie Harrison. And then from them, Locke. You remember Locke?
Locke?
Yeah, used to be up Cloverdale. Locke. Oh, that's the one that polished my skills right there. See, Locke taught me the jump shot. See, that's where I learned how to shoot from. Prior to that, I was just taught how to get to the bucket. Like I tell you right now, bust your young ass, right? So get to the bucket, right? That's what I was taught, to get to the bucket, right? So when Locke came in my life, Locke, after one little game, you know, Locke pulled me up and said, man, you can easily score, but, you know, if you work on your shooting, you'll be an all-around better ball player, right? And, oh, wait a minute, Al Leslie. Good God Almighty, man. And Mr. Walt Leslie, right? So Tyrone Gaines is my mentor. But those are the guys that polish my basketball. My brother, Marty Johnson, right? And then Al Leslie and Walt Leslie. So Mr. Walt used to teach me little moves and stuff like that, right? So that would be the nucleus right there. And then Charlie Harrison and Mr. Harrison, they were more like the coaches like that.
Okay, so you got 10 senseis.
Several. Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right, so what we normally do is we look to camera B and we tell our sensei all that they done for us and how we appreciate them. But since you got so many, tell all of them.
Look, Ralph Bailey, Marty Johnson, Al Leslie, Walt Leslie, Charlie Harrison, Mr. Robinson, bless your soul. You know, you guys is what made me the great man that I am today. And I can't live without saying thank you. And then Tyrone Gaines never really coached me, but he got me into coaching. Yes.
Okay. So shout out to all those great guys, man. Y'all have did a lot to a lot of other guys that y'all don't know, even like myself. So with the things that y'all molded this guy, knucklehead, into,
yes, sir.
guys like myself appreciate it, man. So Thank y'all. All right, Coach. So, Coach, describe your coaching style in one word.
Vicious. Yes, sir.
Go and elaborate on that.
Vicious, right? So if you notice, you might not notice it then, right? What's wrong?
Let me get that water. Come on, we got to take that top off. I mean that blue paper off there.
You gotta take this off?
Yeah, they got to pay for that.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, grab it.
Oh, I'm gonna put that top on it. Man, he prolonging my interview, man.
Man, wife, you know where you at, man. You good. I'm gonna ask you the question again.
Yeah, ask me again.
All right, Coach. So, describe your coaching style in one word.
Vicious. So again, you never paid attention to it. When I was coaching, you notice my starting five never run layups. No need to run layups. You already know how to put the ball in the basket. So I would let you watch our team run layups to say, right, if you focusing on them, then one of them will be over here and you can sit on the bench and they'll start. Vicious. Vicious. You see that? Vicious. And you went anywhere in Baltimore City, did great. Chucky, Dominic, Lord Ellis went anywhere in Baltimore City and did great. Vicious. Because y'all had a coach that bust most of their asses anyway. So those guys didn't really know how to play basketball. They was coaches, so they didn't know how to play basketball. So I had an advantage over them. I knew how to play basketball. I had heart. And I know how to teach you how to play basketball, but I couldn't teach you how to have heart. But you already had that heart, so the other stuff is easy. So now you became vicious. So now if you look at your basketball career, right, it was just similar to mine. You bust ass like I bust ass.
Church. I want to go back a little bit because a lot of this, I can ask you all these different coach questions, but I want to get into the deeper understanding of coach. Just because the way how I know you, I kind of want to get this interview to let everybody else know you, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
So, when was your first time coaching? Well, what was your first team that you coached?
So Tyrone Gaines had a league up Whitelock Street. So, like, there's some young men in the community, Marblehead, those guys in our community, right? They would bust bottles on the playground because there wasn't nothing for them. So in my worst, that I believe, time of my life, Tyrone Gaines came and asked me, do him a favor. I'm thinking somebody bothering him or something. So the favor was he wanted me to coach a team. I said, a team? You mean coach a team? Yeah, I want you to coach a team. Man, I don't do no coaching. So I started. I had Chucky, Dominic, Darrell, Lord, not Omar. It was another Omar.
Omar from down the mall.
From down the mall. Lord Omar. Oh man, Spud, Marblehead, Ellis. Man, we went 12-0. Now, remember, I'm at my worst in my life, getting high and stuff like that, right?
And that's what I was saying. Right?
That's when you were saying,
right?
Right? So this is in 1990, right? 1990. So one day I'm getting ready to go pick a package up. I see two little boys walking up Brookfield, Omar and Chucky, right? So as they're getting closer, I'm recognizing them. So I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this in front of the children. But the package is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So Chucky walks up to me and say, hey, Coach Rody, do we play today? And man, something came over me to say, I don't want to do this no more. So I hurry up and rushed them off, right? And that was the first time in my life that I really wanted to do better.
Conviction.
I just didn't know how at that time.
Okay.
So I used Chucky as that, and him and Omar as I believe God used them to let me know there's something else out there. I just didn't know what it was. And I've been coaching ever since.
Okay.
Yep.
Omar, if we talking about the same one, he went on. You know, he doing a lot of time.
He's doing a lot of time. Yeah.
And Chucky went on to do great things.
Yes.
You know, with the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, you know, free Omar and, you know, shout out to Chucky.
So Dominic and Chucky started playing way before LaMelo and stuff like that. So that was their introduction.
Right. Okay.
Right there. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you started to gain the conviction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course things didn't change overnight. But how was the transition in starting? Like what were you starting to change?
So I got clean in 1992.
Okay.
Right? And not knowing what to do, I went to my mentor, Tyrone Gaines, right? And he asked me to go down to rec and volunteer. So I'm down to rec now, 30 days clean, sitting in the gym around 2 o'clock. Charlie Harris is nervous as hell. What is Rody doing down the rec at 2 o'clock? He just invited somebody to his nuts, right? So now, I mean, so Charlie knew I was caught up in the drugs and all that stuff like that, right?
Right.
So now, you know, Charlie eased over to me and said, hey, Rody, what's going on? So I said, Tyrone Gaines sent me down here, told me to volunteer, right? Like, volunteer as, like, however you need me, you want me to volunteer. So I started with the 15 under. I started with a 15 under basketball, coached 15 under first. Then I came down to 13 under. So that was my prelude right there into coaching.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's fast forward 2 more years after that.
Mm-hmm.
I meet a different guy.
Mm-hmm.
I meet a different Rody.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I meet Rodell.
Mm-hmm.
Right. At first it was Rody all day.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, at 13 I meet Rody. Right. Rodell. I meet Rodell. Right. Guy with the kufi.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Walking around talking about sucker, hooping, busting ass. So I start to see you differently. But I still was afraid of you, right? So I was afraid because, like, again, I didn't know. You know, I didn't know that people could change, right? I just see in the movies, Nino Brown had to get killed, right? So here's Nino Brown. He's looking a little different. You know, he's talking a little different, but he's still got that you know, that hardness with him, right? So it's like, I don't know how to take this guy, but you know, I'm a kid. I'm taught to be respectful, right? So you know, I gotta respect him. He an adult, you know, and he my coach now. But then you start to show me the compassionate, the Rodell, right? So when you was starting to go through your change, like I said, at this point, this is about like 95 now. How long do you think it took for you to say, all right, I'm done now. I'm complete. I'm fully submerged in coaching. I'm done with getting high. I'm done with the street life. Like, how long did that take?
So 92. So when I started coaching in 92, we had a championship game down. What was that? I think that was Upton Rec, right? And we lost. No, we beat in overtime. So now the game is over. So our team is like, all them guys out there, like, fuck all them guys out there. We walking home. Let's go. That's it. You see that? That was the conviction right there, right? So now we're going to win on this side of the table. And then I learned too, right? I ain't had to sell drugs. I chose to. You see that? When I started coaching y'all in middle school, what I got the whole team tennis shoes, the whole team little shirts, right? The whole team, right? I ain't sell no drugs to get that. And back to my mother, remember I told her remember I said her role for us was excellence. See, she was instilling that in us, but I thought, right, I just had to sell drugs to get it. Now I'm learning, no, she was teaching me and us, right, excellence, so that we didn't have to do that. So our lifestyle would be better than theirs. Like working with you in the rec, Keon Richardson, Keith, Slugger, right? And then going down Mount Raw with y'all was already polished. Y'all was already fundamentally sound, right? So then when Darrell Corbett asked me to come down there and coach on that level, it was like, wow. And I didn't even have my GED then. So y'all forced me to go back to school because I'm telling you, Chicken George, what you doing out of school? Chicken George, right? Not saying you was out of school, but I'm forcing you to get your education, but I go to sleep knowing that I dropped out, right? So now it's like, you're a hypocrite. You making them go to school and you making them do well, but you scared to go take your GED test. So that's when I took the GED. Then I went to Sojourner Douglas College, got the bachelor's, enrolled into the master's program, and the rest is history, which now I can say my mom and my father saw me get my degree, right? So now he's up in heaven now, let my mother know, and he did finish his education. So it was that moment right there. That was the moment. And I've always expected greatness out of you, especially you. You get it? You. So who was it? Chucky and Dominic, right? I said Big Hank. What? Big Hank. Man, Big Hank. Oh my goodness. Man, Big Hank could come down that court, do whatever he want with that ball, go both left and right? But he played a lot because he could get serious as well. Right after that, Beetlebug. You see that? Beetlebug. I don't know if Davon is older than you, Nug.
No.
Right? But Beetlebug, so Beetlebug and them is under you, right? All right, so now from Chucky and them come you, Maurice Green, Dirk Pack, Eric Batty, Keith used to live on Madison, Jefferson Bolden. What? Are you crazy? You get it? So y'all were helping me win because remember, y'all, we used to have the male positive breakfast down Mount Royal, where people used to ask me to come and represent them as a coach, a big brother, a mentor, or something like that. And I used to be in those male positive breakfasts, George, and felt so uncomfortable because I was uneducated. I didn't have my GED high school diploma. So you helped me and y'all helped me way more than you think and thought that I helped you. I don't look at it as God put me at the rec and put me in y'all life. I believe God put me at the rec and put y'all in my life to let me get back to the stuff that my mother instilled and my father instilled in me. Yes.
Yes, sir. So let's we started like you said, we was at 95. Let's go to 96. 96, 95, 96. You take on the role of middle school coach. We turned out to be a pretty good group.
Yes, sir. Good as under
yes,
vicious.
Sir. Yes, sir. We was a vicious
group.
We was a nice looking group too. We had us some fresh stack houses, more warm ups.
Yes, sir.
You know, we going to the games. We seeing nobody else ain't looking like us, right? So I never was that big of it, you know, on the term when I hear people say, you look good, you play good. But we definitely look good and played good that year. Right? So take us through that season. What was that season like for you? You know, to me, to my understanding, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm sure maybe you did win prior to that, but that was an undefeated season. Right?
Yes.
So take us through that. How did you feel? You know, what was your mindset that season?
So the prior season, Vincent Weathers.
Okay.
Cook Googa Mugga. Big Vinny.
Big Vinny.
So we played Chicopin down University of Baltimore, and we lost in overtime, right? I don't know his last name, but a guy named Arnold shot that 3-point shot, man. And everybody just looked up, bam, right? So the next year, that's where, who was it? Chicken George, Slugger, Lil Marty, Justin Fitz, Keon Richardson, David Lund, Derek Pack, Jefferson Bolden, London, Keefe, Carmelo Anthony, and I believe Keith Newton.
No, everybody but Keith Newton. Boy, this nigga ain't old, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who said you was old,
Keith
man.
Newton was on that team?
Nah, he wasn't on that.
Keith wasn't on there?
No, he probably on the next season.
All right, so.
Damn, I don't know who said you was old.
So I forget who that 12th person was, right? But, man, we used to beat teams by 40 points, right? Then y'all would get mad because I would pull you guys out. And remember, during this time, and I'm going to say it again, during this time, Carmelo Anthony was not the star of that team. He was a little boy. Yeah. Carmelo Anthony on the team with Jefferson Bolden, Chicken George, no. Keefe, London Hinton, no. He was an upcoming star, right? And that's where his talent came from. Remember, we had a 1-3-1 zone. Big Dirk, Big David right here on the wing. So couldn't nobody shoot no threes on us. Mm-hmm. I killed that because of what that boy Arnold did to us the year prior, right? I might have Slug up front. I might have Chicken George up front, right? I might have London up front, right? But once you came across half court, you got attacked. And they'll just pop the ball to Dirk. Dirk will pop it. The David Lund, he go down court, dunk it. Or David popped it to Dirk, he go down. 8th graders doing that. Oh yeah, we were vicious, man. I love that word, vicious. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that would be a good word for that team, man.
And we beat who was that? Towson Catholic JV. Our 8th grade team beat Towson Catholic JV. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, man, that was a historical season, man. Those guys, we did some special things, man. Since then we lost Big David. We lost
Jeff.
We lost Jeff.
Yep. They're the only two on that team.
Did we lose another one?
Nope, not on that team.
Okay, well, yeah, so rest in peace to those guys, man. Big David, and rest in peace to Jeff, man. Lord Jeff, man. So following that season, you were still coaching, right? And they had another good season.
Good season, right?
That season probably, Melo had a bigger role.
Okay. Yes.
Take us through that year.
So Melo had a bigger. So now he's in his, so Melo. Who was it? Melo. Oh man. Kenneth Gardner.
Yes, sir. Box head.
Good Googa Mugga.
Yeah, boxy.
Kenneth Gardner, man. Oh boy.
Y'all head looked like a little bit.
Yeah, we had a good season, man. Old Kenny, man. I used to hate playing against him up Johnny, man. Right? Oh my goodness, a phenomenal ball player, man. But coaching him down Mount Roy was good, man. So we lost in the championship. No, yeah, we did lose in the championship that year. Because during the championship game, most of the starters had another AAU game somewhere with Mr. Darrell Corbett. So we didn't have enough pieces to win. Yes.
Okay.
And I believe that was my last year of coaching out Mount Roy.
Okay. Yep. So you only came away with one championship?
One championship, 3 semi-finals.
Okay,
yes.
3 regionals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you said, basically, for the kids, that you tutored like myself, that still love you to this day, instead of you being what you were to them, you saying they were to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So following that, coaching at down with Mount Royal, like you say, you got your one championship. Then you came, back to the rec, and you took on the role as the assistant director.
Assistant director, yes.
Okay. So take us through that time. I got to see you a little more. I was going into high school, following them, but then, like I said, you became a super regular at the rec every day. You was, kind of like the understudy to Mr. Harrison, right? So take us through that role in that time.
So I was at Job Corps first, right, and I was making pretty good money at Job Corps. Charlie Harrison was getting ready to retire. So then Mr. Harrison had a conversation with me about coming down to the rec and working while he retired. But at that time, I said, no, the rec was going to pay $26,000. I said, no, sir, I can't. I didn't say that to Mr. Harrison. But as God would have his way, Job Corps eventually got outsourced, and I did come down to the rec. And from now being in the rec, we had our own, basketball curriculum. Shout out to Mr. Rodell Selby, who, when I first came down, I really didn't know I knew how to coach, right? Let me take you back to Mr. Harrison, right? We was in a championship game, and I didn't know how to call a timeout. So Charlie walked from the bleachers and came over and took over. Now, most people was upset with him because they thought he was embarrassing me. I was loving it because I'm learning now, right? So after that, we went back to the rec. So me and Charlie stand out front. He say, what makes a good coach? So I said, one that's on time, one that's being honest with with your players, being consistent, dedicated, right? He said, no. So I said, oh. I said, well, what makes a good coach? He said, a coach who can be coached, right? So by me walking over there and moving you out the way, right, let me know you're going to grow further than what I did, right? And now I didn't understand that at that time because I was more on academics, right? So for him to say that, and what we've done at the rec with these up-and-coming children who went and graduated and stuff like that, I owe all that to Mr. Harrison from that game. A coach who can be coached. So when I started working at the rec, Mr. Rodell Selby, I reached out to him. He personally came down there, taught me this, taught me that, taught me this, taught me that. There's another brother named Mr. Anthony. He came down there and they taught me some stuff to put in structure, right? You want to have a system down here. Can't know anybody come in here and just do whatever they want, right? So we use that as a bait to start promoting higher education because 90%, 98.5% of all athletes don't make it to the NBA. But what are the coaches teaching them? Nothing. After your crossover, what are you offering them? Nothing. We was promoting higher education, male self-awareness. Because if you break your leg, right, then your career is pretty much done. But you can't break this. Your community might be at a disadvantage, but I've always taught y'all this is never at a disadvantage, right? So what other way can you become successful outside of basketball? This is what I instilled once I started coming back down to the rec, having those hard conversations with young men. So that's when it just kind of like took off for me on another level. I only worked down there for a couple of years because it's funny how you can volunteer at the rec and do whatever you want. But then you work at the rec and you can't get nothing. You get it?
Nothing accomplished.
Nothing accomplished. And you work at the rec. So I quit. Went right back to the rec Monday and started volunteering. So most of the stuff that I was doing was volunteering. People thought I was working down there. I was volunteering. Dedicated and consistent between that 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock time slot. And that's where your Terrence West come from as well. But he went to play football, but that's where he came from. That hub right there.
3 to 6.
Yep.
Okay. Coach, what would you say shapes your philosophy, or who?
Academics. One of the things that you guys couldn't do down Mount Royal is play if you failed.
Right.
And if you remember, our team all made it through that hub, right? Because I would come down to school, eat lunch with y'all. I would come down to school, sit. Then when we come up in the rec, we also do some little extracurriculum stuff like that. So it'll be academics right there.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest misconception in coaching?
Setting children up for failure without giving them a plan B. So you working with this little guy all his life, right? All his life, right? And you're not talking to him about other options. How about use basketball as a bait to promote higher education? How about using basketball to get you a free college scholarship? Maybe God designed it for you to do that. But these guys, and you do the statistics yourself, once they go past a certain point in college and realize they're not going nowhere, book, White Lock and Brookfield, North and Linden, Pennsylvania and Gold, right? Because they was given no other options. And guess what? Most coaches don't have no other options. They ain't shit themselves. You get it?
Okay.
And then most of them is living through the children, right, to win a championship. I know what it's like to win a championship. I know what it's like to go to a banquet at 10, 11, 12, 13, and come out with 10 trophies. Now, my brother, he came out way more than me, right? Well, I'll say I come out with 6. My brother might have 12 or 13 trophies, right? So we know what it's like to win. A lot of these coaches don't know what it's like to win. They don't know what it's like to win. So now they want to win a championship through the children when it's supposed to be a fun sport. I taught y'all the fun side of basketball. Also taught you how to be, to protect yourself. We ain't going to let nobody take no ball or nothing from us. But there was a fun side of basketball. It was fun watching you come down court and extend yourself and make somebody go that way and you go this way. That was fun, right? It wasn't drilled in you that say you got to win, 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 win. It was drilled in you to have fun, because the more fun you have, the more you want to go to another level, right? So a lot of that stuff is, everybody is recruiting now. I went to a basketball game recently. The score is 28-27. It is 15 seconds left. The team that has 27 has the ball. And the coach allowed 15 seconds to run out and didn't even call a timeout to regroup, or to reset it. You know why? Because most of the people on his team was recruited. No developing is going on right now. I done watched this team up a game of Cloverdale the other day, right? And you call these up and coming stars? Oh, are you crazy? No drop stepping, no post, no clear this side out, none of that. That is called developing right there. No coaches is doing that. And guess what? These players is running up and down the court, up and down the court, up and down the court, and nobody is calling timeout. Nobody's calling timeout. Did you see the New York game versus
Spurs.
the Spurs? Right now, coach on my level is saying, why the hell didn't they cut Brunson left hand off? Nobody is cutting his left hand off. Now, here you go. You're getting all these millions of dollars, right? And you don't even have the mindset to cut his left hand off. And you see it, like when they plan him where he can't go left, he's not as consistent, right? But on a coach level like me, this is what we teach and instill in the children. but we don't get no money. Isn't that something? Here's a dummy that's getting millions of dollars that don't know how to cut a left side off, and here go experts, right, that is instilling that in the beginning of their career, and we don't get nothing. I wish that in basketball, whoever you is, David Stern or whoever the new one is, whoever your name is, right, it should be a clause that wherever that professional basketball player learn his skill set from, when they make it to the NBA, that system should get a percentage of that NBA player's money. It could be 5%.
Okay.
That's where they was developed at, right? Name a basketball coach.
So we saying bring it back to the rec.
Name a basketball coach. Name an NBA basketball coach.
It's Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. Now, I never seen Mike Brown coach the
Knicks.
The Knicks, right? I never seen Mike Brown on his damn knees tying Jalen shoes. I was on my knees tying your damn shoes. I was on my knees showing you how to, plant your foot right here, right? See, we do this stuff, and then y'all go here, we don't get nothing. Mm-hmm. I never seen Mike Brown put none of them in his car to take him to a basketball game. So it should be a clause where wherever you got your skill set from, they should be compensated. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, if that was the case, it would be a lot of conversation coming back around our way, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach, you've done a lot of great things. Just recently, you've been awarded a street named after you, man.
Yes, sir.
That's big, man. That's big, big time, man. Let's give you a round of applause for that, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. So, in hearing that news that you was going to be granted that, how did that make you feel?
Man, great. I didn't feel worthy of it at first, but then talking to Marty Johnson, Marty Johnson said, I said, man, I think Mr. Harrison, Mr. Robinson. He said, man, Mr. Harrison, Mr. Robinson, they got paid to do that. You was volunteering your time. So it's different when you volunteer your time. You get what I'm saying? And we put some work in, man. We put some work in. We got some people where they need to be, the Freddie Gray thing and all that stuff. So it's a lot of stuff that Rodell have done. It's a lot of places that Coach Rodell were that stop people from getting their brains blown up. You get it? If I wasn't at certain places, by somebody seeing me saying, Coach, oh my goodness, Coach, man, man, boy, you lucky he here, right? So that guy's still living. So when people see a street name and, you got to really understand, what did I do to be impactful in this community? We kept a lot of crime down, a lot of killing down. Now, some stuff you can't stop.
Right.
You see, but the fact that I'm at the rec, the fact that I'm at the laundromat, or the fact that I'm just on the basketball court, some of these guys, I've been coaching since they was like 5 and 10 years old. Now they out in the street, and they remember, like you remember, a good coach.
Right.
You see that? It's, oh, boy, you lucky coach here. So, yeah, kudos to that, man.
Yes, sir.
And you tell that Brandon Russell, I'll coach him too. Yeah. Now I hope you looking at it, boy. Yeah, no, that's my man, man. That's my man, old Brandon. I love you, boy.
So, Coach, how do you earn the trust of your players?
By being honest with them. That's how I learned to trust from you. I didn't come in there and try to do nothing different than Charlie did. I show. Here's how you earn the trust. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So that's how I earned it. I showed you I cared. Mm-hmm. You get it? You saw this vicious guy, right? So I know that most of y'all saw this vicious guy. So how can I win your trust? You know what? I'm going to show up every day, right? You know what? I'm going to go up above and beyond the Call of Duty, right? You know what? If you win, where we gonna go eat? Popeyes. Back then they used to have that 30 piece, right? You get it? So this is how we gain that trust. You know what, Coach? You know what, man? When Coach say he gonna do something, he do it, right? That's how you gain that trust.
That 30 piece was everything.
That 30 piece was everything, yes sir, yes sir. And the first time I made y'all pray before you eat, I know y'all was looking at me like, this maniac said you gotta pray before you eat. Whoa, something did change about Coach.
Yeah, something did change, but I was praying already though. But yeah, I feel you. What makes a player coachable for Coach Rody?
Somebody that can listen, man. You know, somebody's gonna bring their heart. You get it? I don't want your skill set. I just want you to bring your heart, man. Go up above and beyond the Call of Duty, like you did. You know, our practice went from maybe 3 o'clock sometimes to like 8 o'clock. Y'all just stayed in the gym. So now it's worth working with that person. It's not like that today, man. I don't know what it's like now.
Okay. Define some of your wins and losses outside of playing.
Losers, so if you win right, I'd rather lose right than win wrong. So my greatest experiences is winning, is losing the right way. Remember, when we lose a game, y'all can't just walk off. You better go shake their hand. It's not their fault that you didn't work on your jump shot. It's not their fault that you didn't put your all in. That's your fault, right? So now, no. Don't come back down John Nigga Howard now, right? Don't come back down John Nigga Howard now after the game. Now you want to drive in the middle. But then when we up CC Jackson or we up Lake Clifton, you don't want to drive. No. We ain't doing it.
Okay.
A man or a woman with heart, right, is one that I'll go anywhere in the world with, above and beyond. Your heart has me here right now after 9 o'clock. You get it? So most people couldn't do that. I'm home at 6 o'clock. You should have lived my life a certain way, but because of the heart you have, all right, I'm going to take as long as I can tonight and do your interview because you got heart. There's only a few men that can do that. And I'm not saying no name on here because those few men might call me and do another podcast or something. No, I ain't doing none of that.
Well, we appreciate you, man. We truly blessed, man. Truly blessed to have you, man. Tell us about a game that you wish you could have back.
Chingapan.
Chingapan.
Yeah.
Take us through it.
Man, we was beaten, right? And so we up 1 point. We up 1 point. And if I could go back to that game, I would have called timeout, right? And gave better instructions on deny him the ball, right? Because if he was denied that ball, time would have went out and we would have won. So it would be that game right there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That championship.
Yes, sir.
1995.
Vinny Weathers,
Yeah,
man.
Big Vinny.
Big Lord Ellis.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, that was.
I think Felipe and all them.
Felipe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
What's the big fella name?
Keith.
No, not Keith. It was another guy. Big son.
Dwight.
I can't think
Dwight.
of his name. No,
Was it Dwight?
added. That's Adams. Dwight was with Kenny.
Kenny. I forget.
Big Jesse. That's his name. Big Jesse.
I don't know what that was.
He was with them. He was with Vinny and them. Big Jesse.
Okay.
Big fella. Big.
Yeah.
He was with them.
Yeah.
That was a good squad that year, man. I didn't even know they had a team.
Yeah, that was before y'all though.
Yeah, I don't know where I was at.
Yeah, that was before y'all.
You told us, but if you can just elaborate on it a little bit more one time for us again. How has coaching changed you as a person?
Oh, shoo. Man. How can I word this? Like, give your all, man. You said, give your all, man. Taught me how to be a husband, give your all. Father, give your all. You said how it changed me, man. I mean, just through coaching, right? Just through coaching you guys, man, it opened up so many other doors for me. And people saw my consistency over there and wanted me over here. You know, it opened up opportunities for jobs. Again, a street naming. Most people don't know a day was named after me. Senator gave me a 34-year coaching, certificate. It's just so many avenues that this thing called coaching open, right? Good and bad. Good and bad. You see that? So some coaches plant a bad seed. Some coaches plant a good seed, right? But whatever seed you plant is going to grow, good or bad. So I'm just grateful that I was one of the coaches that planted good seeds, man.
Yes, sir. Coach, take us to your most important comeback.
My most important comeback is now, my health. So in 2019, I ruptured my sciatic nerve, right? So I lost most of my motion on my left side, right? So my biggest comeback is my health right now.
Okay.
I have a wife, man, that, oh man, so awesome, and my daughter that I have two women, because my daughter 27 now, right, that was in my corner for me to get back healthy, man. And that's this right now. So I just lost 27 pounds and since December. And now my goal is I'm at 221 now. So my goal now is to be at 200 in December. And I feel like I can do it now. You know, I can do it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm noticing, man, this is the biggest I ever seen. This is the biggest we ever seen, Coach Rody, man. Look at his face, man.
Yes.
Like a Cabbage Patch doll, man. We never seen him that big.
Don't underestimate, Coach. I still got a rifle.
Okay, man. So we gonna pray for him, man. When y'all see this, everybody who see this, man, make sure y'all pray for Coach Rody, man.
Yes. Thank you, man.
What is your proudest moment as a coach?
True. My proudest moment as a coach is you calling me coach. Instead of an asshole or fuck up, right? That's my proudest moment as a coach is getting the name Coach Rody. That's my proudest moment.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And another proud moment as a coach is let Mr. Harrison and Mr. Tyrone Gaines see I was serious about what I said in 1992.
Okay.
Coming off the streets. Yep.
Okay. All right, Coach. I would do anything. So this is our portion of the show where we speak to that rival or that team that we just can't stand. Maybe it's the group of parents, maybe it's that kid, maybe it's that team, maybe it's their colors. But I would do anything to beat this team. So we're going to point to the camera. We're going to let them group of SOBs know whoever they are. I would do anything to beat whoever they are.
So when you say team, like?
Team, yes, sir. I would do anything to beat these SOBs. So this team, they beat us. They always beat us. They're the top priority, prestige team, whatever the situation may be. You would do anything to beat this team.
I would do anything to beat Al Leslie. I would do anything to beat Al Leslie and my brother, Ralph Air Bailey, right? I would do anything to beat these two guys right now, right? So I could just leave my life and say, I got there. I finally got them. But they keep beating me, man. They keep beating me.
So
that's it.
Is that 40 and over?
It's 60 and over
60
now.
and over.
That's, it's 60 and over now.
Okay, yeah.
So that's it.
I remember some of the 40 and over battles out of them games.
Oh yeah, I should bust a lot of them guys' ass.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so y'all know what it is, Al Leslie.
Al Leslie and Ralph. Ralph, I'm coming for y'all, man.
Y'all know what it is. Okay. All right. So 30, 40 plus years coaching.
It's 36.
36.
Yep.
Okay. When it's all over, Coach, what would you want your legacy to be?
That I never gave up, you don't give up. You see that? That's what I want the next generation. Academics, man. Yep. If we could use basketball as a bait to get a free education, and along with a free education come a good job, a good career. You know, it's interesting, right, that out of 30 NBA teams, it's only one person that played basketball that owned an NBA team. Isn't that something? One person.
As of now, I see that changing in the future.
As of period. Ownership,
Right.
right? So in other words, these owners are very wealthy men. They didn't have to play basketball to get wealth. So that's my philosophy right there, that people start waking up and use it for what it's meant. It might be meant for you to get a college education. It might not be meant for you to go to the NBA, right? But even though you're getting this college education and everything, you could be a phenomenal businessman and then come back and own a team. So that's what I hope right there.
All right, well, I got these last few questions for you. We're going to let you get out here. These are a little personal. These ain't nothing that I normally say, but I got something new I'm trying. I got 3, 2, 1. So I got 3 national coaches, 2 local coaches, and 1 coach that slept on. Let me get you 3. 3 national.
Man, I don't know. I don't even pay attention to that stuff like that, man. But
who's your top 3 coaches? That's not somebody you know.
That's not somebody I know.
Right. That's on the national level. NBA.
I would say Phil Jackson.
Okay, Phil Jackson.
Doc Rivers.
Okay.
And Mark Jackson.
Okay.
That was with the
Warriors.
But first.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me your 2 top local coaches.
Top local coaches?
2
You and London.
Okay. And give me a coach that slept on.
A coach that slept on, like right now?
Yes, sir.
Coach Rodell.
Coach Rodell.
Yeah. See, I'm slept on because y'all bums know I don't have no gym, right? And y'all bums know Betlow, Cecil Kirk, Chick Webb, right? See, y'all bums know, right, that when coach get a gym, all that crap y'all doing stop. Yeah, all you AAU coaches, y'all like DC Assault, we used to beat them, right? So y'all bums know that because coach don't have a gym, y'all getting all this hype. But as soon as I get one, all that stop.
We back.
Yeah, we back.
We back.
Put my little chapstick on, man. Yeah.
All right, last question, man. You got all these players, man. We going to take it back to the hood right now, man. Give me your top 5 players.
All right.
That you coach, man, from around our neighborhood.
So I can't give you a top 5.
What can you give?
But I'm gonna give you a top 5, right? So top 5.
You need a bench. You need a 7, 6, 7.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a top 5.
Okay. All right.
So in this era, top 5. Chucky, Dominic, Lord Ellis, Hank, top 5, and Nickel B, right?
Yes, Nickel Sacks.
That's the top 5, right?
Sacks.
Then here come another top 5 in this era, right? So you got Chicken George, you got Maurice Green, you got Keon Richardson, you got Eric Batty, and you got
that's 5 already.
That's 4, and then you got Derek Pack, right? Another top 5. You got Big Mac.
Okay.
Don't you sleep on Big Mac.
Buck is your book.
Don't you sleep on Big Mac, Lil Slugger.
Yeah.
Don't you sleep on that.
Sluggy D.
Right? Nug.
Nug.
Right? Don't sleep. You got the beetle bug.
Okay.
Right? So you got the bug. Right?
Bug. Okay.
You see that?
Yeah, bug.
I'm gonna give you somebody. See Jefferson Bolden. So I can't give you. It's so many, man. Then you got little. Then you got little man. Then you got little man. Then you got little Rodney. Then you got little Seth. Then you got Reggie Winchester.
Okay.
Right? See that? And then you got.
Give us 5.
I can't.
Come on, man.
I can't give you 5.
Damn.
I'm gonna do like Coach Wells said. I can't name it. Right? I can't name it. Right?
All right, man. We're gonna let you get.
I can't name it.
We're gonna let you get
Right?
out of here, man.
But you know who ain't in that 5?
Who ain't in that 5?
Brandon Russell. You ain't in that 5, boy.
Hey,
No, I'm just messing with you. That's my man, Jack. That's my
hey,
man.
Stall him out, man.
That's my man, Brandon Russell, man. I'm very proud of what you doing. See that? And then this is where it's at, man. This is where the richness is. Getting back, working with the children. You know what else I hate? All these coaches that can't play, charging these children all that damn money, talking about you
Tell them
conditioning
again,
them.
man. Tell them again, man.
These coaches that
Take
can't
the
play.
pot down, man.
Look, this lady said to Coach Rody, Coach Rody, can you come over the YMCA on 33rd Street? I just want to make sure the guy that's training my son is doing it the right way, right? Then come find out he getting $100 and something a session.
Man, tell
Right?
him send him my
So
number,
now,
man.
no. Coach, go over there. Guess who it is? A bum that played on my team that didn't get no time.
Okay.
And now you charging people. So I said to the lady, I said, that's the coach? She said, yeah. I said, ask him who taught him. You know who taught you? She said, Coach Rody. I said, ask him how much did I charge him? Nothing. Bums charging these children all that money.
Bums.
And you ain't going nowhere with them. Bums.
Hey, man. The one and only Coach Rody, man. We thank you for being here
We
today,
need to send
man.
them bums to another state, man.
Send them
charging
out, man.
them.
Send them out, Coach.
Charlie Harrison never charged us no money, man.
All right, hold up, Coach. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get you out of here.
I gotta say to my wife and Jeanne, it is 9:29,
Go ahead, tell him.
and I'm with Chicken George. I'm with Coach George, right? And that's the prize of my life is my wife and my daughter. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 2 more seconds, Coach. I got you.
And this better go viral. Hey, Coach Cofield. Tell Chucky I still bust his ass, Coach. And Dominic. I hope they see this. Because they think the old man that's 60 then kind of lost it. Is this still running?
Yeah, we still going.
Oh, and give me another shout out to this young man. Now, I've never coached him, but I helped him out a lot in his developing his footwork and stuff like that. Coach Stanley Lee is the one that coached him, and Anthony Faust. But Will Barton, Will Barton came through John Nigga Howard, and Mr. Harrison, allowed us to show him some of that stuff where a lot of that footwork come from. So kudos to Will Barton.
Okay. And you say you bust Glenn Stanley ass?
Glenn Stanley used a bum.
Man, you ain't
Glenn
bust no
Stanley.
Glenn Stanley ass,
Glenn
man.
Stanley. Matter of fact, let me put my hat on like this. Glenn Stanley. Chump, you never beat me when... Matter of fact, you ain't even play up John Nigga Howard. You ain't from John Nigga Howard. You from now Mount Royal, boy. And you ain't start beating me, boy, until we was adults. So now you want to play me one-on-one. All right, so let's say we do play one-on-one and you beat me at 60. Who you going to tell? Who you going to tell that you beat me at 60?
Nobody ain't trying to hear
Right?
that, man.
So now, let's go. Did you beat me at 8? Nope. Did you beat me at 10? Nope. Did you beat me at 12? Nope. Did you beat me at 13? Nope. Did you beat me at 15? Nope. Did you beat me at 18? Nope. Did you beat me anytime in my 20s?
Thought you had
Nope.
to go, man.
Did you beat me anytime in my 30s, boy? Nope. You ain't start beating me, boy, until I was in my 40s.
Man, nobody ain't trying to hear that, man.
Now, let me take my hat.
A win is a win, man.
Let me take my hat and turn it back around. Yeah.
Yo, it's time for you to go, man.
Yeah, all right, I'm ready to go.
Listen, man, on behalf
Oh, man, this is lovely, man.
And the Coach's Corner,
My man.
we'd like to honor you, Coach, by giving you your flowers and a golden whistle, man.
And the kid Jeanne, look what Coach Chicken George gave me. Oh, man.
Don't get him, Miss Bailey. I gave him to him.
Oh, my man. And guess what? I never used the whistle. I never used the whistle in my coaching. Man, I love you, boy. Thank you, man.
Let me get your picture.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Oh, man, this is lovely.
And talk like Tony
Yes,
Ayo,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Coach Rody, man.
My man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, Coach. I got one last thing for you.
I'm listening.
I got one last thing for you.
Give it here.
That I wanted to give you, man. One last thing, Coach.
That's still airing?
Yeah, we still on.
And I hope Glenn Stanley see it. Yeah. Yeah, you still playing ball, boy.
Hey, Glenn, I don't know if he wants that, man.
Glenn, you still playing. Yeah, you'll beat me now. But who you going to tell that you beat a 60-year-old?
Coach, 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
To this year.
Yes.
We done something special, man. Me, you, and all of the guys, man. And that was actually probably one of my first championships, man. So I didn't get to get one in high school. I didn't get to get one in college. I didn't get a city championship, state. But I did get a middle school championship.
Yes, sir.
And I want to present you with this today.
Oh, my motherfucking. Oh, good God Almighty. Oh! Woo! Yeah!
I tried to get the signature, man, but we're going to work.
Bugsy! That's who it was.
Bugsy.
Oh, man.
That bug.
That Bugs, baby!
So, yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Good God Almighty, man.
My man with the skinny neck. Look, he got a little...
Yeah.
Now, but, you know, we're going to pray for his health, man.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is wonderful, man.
Yes, sir. Let me get
Look, that man gave me my flowers while I was living, man. Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, Coach. You said you started playing baseball. You said the league went up until 12. So at the age of 12, what was the next move?
So then you would go to Pony League, but the Pony League didn't play in that particular home field. So we would travel. I was going travel baseball. So, you know, I played travel baseball, and ironically, talking about that now, I'm just thinking about something tragic that already happened during the time. I broke my arm playing baseball. I was a pitcher, and so I was throwing a lot of curveballs at an early age, which you're not supposed to do. But had a really good curveball, pretty decent pitcher, you know, and that's what I enjoyed doing. And one day my arm just snapped. Right, so I don't have full range of motion in my right arm. So that was huge, man, because, you know, I think everybody kind of thought that I might have had a real shot, you know, at the next level for baseball as a pitcher. But then when this injury happened, it really kind of changed a lot of things, right? I never recovered from it, so it really affected me as an athlete, you know, because you got to think about it. You don't have full range of motion of your dominant hand,
Right.
especially in basketball. So trying to turn the ball over in a layup, getting full extension on a follow through, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff impacted me playing, but I played through it. Now, as a kid, not really thinking about down the line how that would impact, but it did.